What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 7 to the Sky. Guys, I have done it again. I've added another platform over here. The grass is still growing, as you can see. Yep, so we got this going so we can do some future expansion. And then I noticed that our Twilight portal was kind of like in the walkway here. I was kind of like, do I move it? Do I just cover it up? So I took the easy route and we just covered it up for now. I might actually stick it up against the wall over here or something. Haven't quite decided about that just yet, but I guess it's fine for right now just being covered by these trap doors. If I need to go to the Twilight, I certainly can. So yeah, I've been doing a few things off camera here besides making that other platform. I went ahead and I installed a pattern here on our Ultimate Crusher. So the pattern that I installed is so we can take one netherrack and turn it into crushed netherrack. We saw last episode that we were able to throw some netherrack into this mana pool over here that has a conjuration catalyst underneath it and just make a whole lot of netherrack from mana, right? So yep, that's pretty cool. So I set that up. I put a drawer over here that has crushed netherrack in it. You can see it's completely empty now. And then our pipe that extracts out of our drawers into our flux sieve, I added a thing here for crushed netherrack. So basically, we're completely out, but if I were to tell the system to make some crushed netherrack right now, I don't know, say 100. I don't want to go too crazy at the moment. That all goes up in the drawer, the pipe's extracted, and then the flux sieve down here starts doing its thing, right? So yeah, we can produce it slightly faster than we can sift for it right now. So yep, that's pretty cool. So anytime that I want to get more of this netherite scrap, we can easily do that, provided that we have the netherrack available, right? So yeah, that's one of the things that I've been doing off camera around here. I did have to stop our craft here for the netherite star blocks. We ran out of mana and it basically took all of our nether stars that we had and put them all into blocks. So I had to take one of these and take it apart and then restart up this auto craft going down here where we're spawning in the boss over and over and over again. Currently, we only need 200 more stars, I guess, then we can have all of those compressed nether star blocks, the 1x version, which is going to be pretty cool. What do we got here? Thunder Forged leg guards. I think I already have those actually. Another wandering trader came by a little bit ago, and we got this one, Arachnid Sphere, that has Bane of Arthropods 10 on it. Not sure if that's even useful. It does have Looting 5, Unbreaking 5, and Fire Aspect, so maybe we'll get some use out of those enchantments later on. Not quite sure, but yep, that is another thing that we have done. So last episode, we had queued up this Master of Creation, getting ourselves this Creative Essence, right? And it is done now. I haven't taken it out of the system yet, though. Creative Essence. It actually finished last episode, and I forgot to grab it. But there we go. Quest completed, Master of Creation. So that's going to give us a pedestal and a Master of Creation sword with sharpness 5, looting 3, sweeping edge 3. The enchants on that sword really don't matter. Yeah, I did actually have to move these pedestals as well because they were, I think, right here in the middle of the walkway to this new platform that we added last time. But yeah, that's fine right there. We're not going to be changing those, so I'll just throw this one down here as well. So there we go. We got 3 pedestals completed. And as I said, I picked up some of those blocks earlier. So this now says it's 80% complete because I had 12 of them in my inventory at one point. But yeah, we're still crafting the rest of those. Maybe by the end of today's episode, we'll get those completed. I did mention, I think it was last episode that I wanted, or was it the episode before? I can't remember, that I wanted to make some essence here for making acacia. So if we will look at wood essence, this stuff, we look at the uses of it. 3 of those, yeah, 3 of those in a line here makes 16 acacia logs. And then we could always have our latex being produced over here, which would be really good. We have 10 buckets right now, which is cool and everything, but if we need more plastic or we need more latex for making machines and stuff, yeah, I just kind of want that full all the time. So I feel like this is something that we should work on right now. So wood seeds just require 4 logs for Inferium and Prosperity Seed. I don't have a craft for the Prosperity Seed. That's fine. I'm actually going to go ahead and craft up. Let's do about 8 of those. 9 of those. We'll do 9 of those. Wood, oak. How about oak log? We got plenty of oak log. Yeah, we don't need quite that much. There we go. That's all the wood that we're going to need for that. And then we're going to need inferium essence. So I guess 36 inferium essence. Perfect. All right, so we have all these different things to craft these seeds. And did we ever set up a crafting thing for this? Yes, we did. Okay, so under here, we need to put the prosperity seed. 4 of these essence, 4 of these logs. And because I have a redstone power, it is just going right away. And there we go. We have a wood seed. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that 8 more times. All right, so now we have our 9 wood seeds. We should just be able to come up here to our ME interface and just add those into here, drop those right like that. And they should just get auto-planted, auto-harvested, and we'll start collecting wood essence. That should literally be the only thing that we would need to do. So yeah, you can see them already growing here and already full. So wood essence, perfect. So check that out. And now we can get ourselves acacia logs whenever we need it. So that's real good. I do want to set up a drawer though. One of these. And then we'll get some upgrades for that. Get 4 of these. We shouldn't need this many, but we'll grab 4 of those. I had a question before why I use the copper upgrades and I don't upgrade to any of the other ones. The reason why, for those of you who might be wondering still, this drawer, if we just put something in there, can hold 2,000 of one item. If I put one of these upgrades in there, it can hold 16.4 thousand. 2 of those, 131,000. If you put 3 of them in there, it holds 1 million. And if you put 4 of them, it holds 8.4 million items with just the copper upgrades. So there's really no reason that I can see to upgrade beyond that, right? We don't have a void upgrade. We are going to need one of those. Oh, I need to tell it to craft another drawer for that. I should make a craft for this. I just haven't yet. And we'll put that in there and take my avocado toast back. And we want wood essence. I'm just going to throw those in there. I am going to need to lock the drawer. Lock it. And we're going to put it over here. Boop. Yeah, I need to get this controller. Let me grab the rest of the wood essence that we have here. We'll put that right like that. And then I will add that to the system. There we go. So now the system knows about that. We are now collecting our wood essence here. Yep, so every time we get a new one, it just adds right into there. Yep, there we go, 72, perfect. Looks like we have a little bit more than that, so I'll take it all out of the system, put it back in now. 77, 78 should be in there. Awesome, so none of it is on our digital storage. We're looking really good. So the next part of that, we would want to make a craft. Let's clear that out. So yeah, we want to make a crafting pattern. Like so. So now we can craft up acacia logs whenever we want them. Just throw that down there. Looks like we have a few in here, but if I want to craft some, boom, there we go. There's 16 more. Awesome. So now we can set up some kind of an automation for this. I don't know where we're going to put this machine. It's not going to stay here. This whole cluster of machines definitely needs to go find a home somewhere. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the next thing I do is figure out where I want to move that to permanently. All right, so I feel like this is gonna be a reasonable setup. We are underneath where our wither skeletons are, right back here in this area on the south platform. So yeah, what we have going on here is we have a small little network that has a pattern provider and a formation plane, very similar to how we set up the Botania stuff for the living rock, living wood, except this is extremely small in comparison. So yeah, we just have the pattern provider and the formation plane. This is getting power through 1 quartz fiber here from our main network. And then our main network is just going to be an export bus, going to be exporting acacia logs with a crafting card, which, yeah, use stocked items or craft items while exporting. That's fine. We'll get rid of all the extra stuff that we have in the inventory. I think that should work. So that'll place the log here. Our fluid extractor should be able to do that. I was gonna set this up so we used a annihilation plane when the bark gets removed from the log, when it turns into a stripped acacia log, because then at that point it extracts the fluid slower. But I don't really need those logs for anything, and if this is just going to be running all the time, I don't think it really matters. So we're just going to go ahead and set this up here. Oh yeah, and our pattern provider I have full of cobblestone, so there's only one slot available where acacia logs will be able to go, and this thing is only looking to place acacia logs, so that cobblestone won't do anything other than just block off these inventory slots. So into here we just do this. And yeah, it's exporting very slowly because they don't have any speed upgrades. We don't really need any acceleration cards in here, honestly, because of how slow or how quick, however you want to look at this, it's going. So yeah, we are extracting the latex now that is going over into our ultimate fluid tank. I don't know exactly how much this tank holds. If I had to guess, it's 128 buckets. It doesn't really feel like it's going to be that much. We might upgrade this to one of our big fluid tanks. The ones that hold like 16,000. Yeah, we'll think about doing that. And then over here we have our latex processing unit, which we can turn on to create tiny dry rubber if we want to make some more of our the plastic, I suppose, right? And then our dissolution chamber, I didn't know what we're going to do with it. It obviously isn't going to stay out there on top. And in fact, we might even make a few of these so we can do one for the pink slime. We could have one for the ether gas. We could have one for the latex, right? So we might end up making a few more of these in the future. I'll just go ahead and throw these add-ons in here for now, and we'll worry about hooking this thing up when we need to make some more machine frames or something. But for right now, I think that's all fine. So one final touch we can do here is just put this cable facade right like so. That cleans that up quite nicely. I think we're good to go. So last episode, we were looking at those different alloys in the quest book here. We saw that we have the ATM alloys under the Tinker's Constructs section. I think it was going to make sense for us to just go ahead and unlock all the way over to here. So let's start at our Tinker's Anvil. There's all these different iron tools that it wants us to make. I'm not sure if we're going to make those or not. They're not like actually required to make any progress here, but we might do it for completion's sake later on. I'm not sure. I might do it off camera. They're not a big deal. But yeah, we want to make a Tinker's Anvil, so I'll just go and bookmark that here. So if I were to craft that, it says we can, so there we go. We made it out of rose gold because that's the block that appeared. So there's our Tinker's Anvil. Okay, that's pretty cool. We will go ahead and get a bronze broad blade and some XP. Okay. Create a Foundry controller, so that is scorched bricks plus obsidian plus a Foundry controller. And that is scorched bricks with molten obsidian poured on it. We don't have a Foundry, right? Does not look like we've done that. Foundry controller. All right, and the scorched bricks are made from polished scorched stone or scorched brick, and that is made from nether grout. And nether grout is made from soul sand, magma cream, and gravel. Can we even make some of this? Boom, there's a stack. Okay, so how many of these are we gonna need? So to make one of those blocks, we need these, and okay, yeah, that's not bad. I guess we just smelt all these down. I don't think we're gonna need them for much else. Maybe I'll just do like half of them for now. Okay, so we got the scorched bricks happening. Go ahead and put this blade away since we don't need that. So that is scorched brick. All right. And that's, so now we need some obsidian. How much obsidian did it task completed obsidian? Sweet. We did it, guys. We did it. So one full block goes on there. Oh, you know what? We don't actually have the smeltery set up, do we? So yeah, we took this down a while ago because we weren't using it for anything in particular, but now it would appear that we need it. All right, well, let me go ahead and set the smeltery back up. I'll find a home for it real quick. We'll just temporarily set it back up, I suppose. All right, so I quickly set up our smeltery here. We just have it too tall, and if we put obsidian in there, it looks like our lava is enough to melt this, and this doesn't seem like it's going to take an excessively long amount of time. Okay, very good. So we'll just go ahead and throw that in there, and we will turn our lever on. So when that obsidian melts, it should just flow right into our seared tank here, our seared casting basin. It should just flow right into there, and then we should be able to make our Foundry controller. I'm not actually sure what the Foundry does offhand. Does this do the same thing as a smeltery, except it doesn't alloy stuff? I actually can't remember. I know there was a thing in there, and I think there's also like a furnace that you can make. Is this done? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Foundry controller, brains of the Foundry. We did it. Awesome. So that is actually all we needed to do for this quest. That gives us a few more scorch bricks, some more XP, and then the fantastic Foundry how-to book. That is another grout plus a book. We can go and craft that, I guess. So fantastic Foundry. We don't have a book. We should be able to craft one though. And there it is. Awesome. Nemer? I almost thought that said memer for a second. Okay, fantastic Foundry. Alloyer Foundry. What does this do? Gives byproduct from ores. The Foundry cannot alloy, which is superior breakthrough, so you never have to worry about accidentally mixing materials again. So yeah, the Foundry is actually pretty cool if you just want to melt a bunch of stuff and not worry about the mixing. Can't hold multiple metals. Okay, well, I mean, the Foundry is cool. We really don't need it at this point in this playthrough, but we're just doing this to unlock the quest. So it is cool that we have that available should we need it. Oh, but it actually wants us to craft it here, or at least make all the components. So we need 16 scorched brick. Okay, 16 of those. We have 7. And, oh, we were so close. All right, so I just need to do 8 more of those real quick. We'll just smelt those up. Scorched brick. Boom. All right, so we have that stuff. It wanted us to create the scorched fuel tank. So nether quartz plus more scorched brick. The scorched drain. Obsidian pane. How do you make that? Panes on the casting basin. Or casting table. Okay. Casting table. More. And more. Okay, well, let me go ahead and craft the rest of that stuff, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I went through the quest book and I was just knocking out all of the quests that we really haven't done so far. There's this Traveler's Gear, which might have been cool early game. I don't know. We never really needed it since we got armor from mob drops and stuff that were decent. And there's also this plate armor. So I have both of those in my inventory. I haven't tried those on just yet, but this is that armor. I mean, I guess that's cool. It's interesting. It's a different look. So this stuff, I think this has a lot of upgrade slots and defense slots. It's got a decent amount of armor. I guess that's like about the same as like iron armor, maybe a little bit less. Not entirely sure. All right, so that's that armor. And then there's the plate armor, which has a bit more armor protection. Armor toughness, it looks like. Knockback resist, all of them have the same. And then, yeah, the armor fluctuates per piece. It has less upgrade slots, more defense slots. Okay. Well, actually, I didn't see what this armor looked like, really. Yeah, so it looks like armor, kind of like a plate armor mixed with a little bit of chain armor. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Not that we're going to get any use out of it, though. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and put this stuff away, I suppose. I did end up making a part chest. This can hold, obviously, parts from Tinkers. And then right next to it over here, we have the Tinker's chest, which is just a scrollable chest that you can put basically anything in. I was kind of expecting us to only be able to put Tinker's construct stuff in there, but it looks like it holds anything. So that's kind of cool. I made a coagulated blood by putting 5 rotten flesh into the smeltery and just casting that out on the casting table. And was there anything else of note here that I did? I guess I made this book, which I haven't opened yet. I don't even know what this book is for. Let's take a look. This is, oh, I guess this is the armor and different materials and upgrade slots and abilities and all of this kind of stuff. So if you want to get into Tinkers, that would be where you go. So the next quest in our quest chain here in Tinkers It's called Blazing Blood. What in the blazes? Lava will not cut it for smelting down ores like all the modium. For this, you'll need something hotter. Blazing Blood. There are several ways to get this. You can smelt blaze heads in the foundry or smelt the blazes directly. Tip, use Mechanism's cardboard box to pick up a blaze spawner in the nether. Bring the blazes to your foundry. Okay, so this wants us to get Blazing Blood. So, looks like we have a blaze. I must have renamed this one because it says blaze on it. And then we also have a blaze head, which I think is all we needed. So quest completed, Blazing Blood. There we go. I think it says you can do it in the foundry. Can you not do it in the smeltery? It looks like you can melt it in the smeltery, but we will just not do that because we're probably just going to be skipping that stage altogether. So let's just go ahead and grab this and this. So melting tool ability. This wants us to have some blaze rods, lava buckets, and a seared melter. Seared melter? Blaze rods. And it said bucket of lava. Do we have any lava? We have one lava. Or is that all I needed? Or do I need two of them? I'm not actually sure. It says everything is complete now. So we'll just go ahead and go with that. Awesome. All right. So we got that quest now done. So this was talking about adding a melter ability to your tools allows you to melt the enemies directly into your tool. Note the tool will require a tank upgrade to store liquids. Interesting. Okay. So let's keep going to the wrong one. Let's put all this stuff away. Okay, so now we're at the soul lava phase, right? So this is the stuff that we found in the other, but I didn't know what to do with it at the time. Deep in the other, you'll find a volcano filled with the hottest liquid in all of Minecraft. Soul lava is used to make all the modium alloys. You'll need this to make the ATM star. So why did we need to do the blaze blood if this stuff is like even hotter or does like these alloys? It said right here that this would do the alloys too, didn't it? Well, it says for all the modium. I guess not the alloys specifically. Okay, so I need to go to the other. I need to get like a big tank and I need a bunch of buckets so we can store that fluid in. We can just bring that back to the base. Is there like... There's like a pump or something, isn't there? Pump. Can we... Yeah, there is a pump here from RF Tools Builder. Clearing pump or pump. It might make sense for us to use this and use RF Tools to do this for us. Okay. So if I wanted to make the pump, that's a shape card plus some buckets, lava, water, all of that for the pump. And then if I want, wait, what's the difference between these? Oh, this is converting a clearing pump into a regular one. This is the one that we need to craft then. So I need a shape card. That means I need bricks. In order to get brick, I need clay. Clay. All right, let's craft up some clay balls here. All right, back to this recipe, the shape card, boom, boom. And then this guy says we can do it. Grab my water back here in a moment. All right, so we have the shape card pump, and then that we're gonna need a builder. Oh, I guess it's right here, builder. Vehicle builder, what's a vehicle builder? Using a space card linked to a space chamber, this block can make a vehicle in the vehicle card. Oh, I literally have no idea what that is. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, this is, well, I was going to say it's really inexpensive, but it does require all the modium nuggets and a machine frame, which is not expensive, but I couldn't craft it because why? I need blue dye. All right, there's our blue dye. There's our machine frame. There's our builder. Awesome. Do we have dimensional shards? We probably want to upgrade this with the dimensional shards and fuse it. RF tool infuser, this thing, machine infuser. All right, we gotta make one more of these machine frames. I guess we'll just do those cornflowers. That's fine. Cool. So the machine infuser here just needs a bit of power. There we go. We put our builder in there. We put these in there. It's got to do, last I recall, it's 4 stacks of these dimensional shards in order to fully infuse a machine. And that will reduce power consumption and increase its speed. So it's definitely something you want to do on this particular machine. You can infuse an infuser if you have another one. I think that just reduces the power consumption. I don't think it actually speeds up this infusing process at all though. Anyway, I'll go ahead and fuse this all the way up, and then we will go to the other and look at getting some soul lava. All right, so here we are in the other, and after a little fiddling around with this thing, I think we got it about where it needs to be. In fact, this could actually be a little bit lower. I think I wanted this to be like 59, something like that. We turn the preview back on. Yeah, there we go. Now it's just right above that soul lava. But yeah, you can see the outline of our preview here is basically surrounding this thing. It could be probably a little bit bigger. I really don't know how big the interior of this soul lava gets inside of this volcano or how deep this is. So I have this going essentially down to like Y64 or something like that. We should be able to get quite a bit. We're using the simple black hole tank I made a while ago. This thing holds like 1,024 buckets. And then this is going to need a lever to actually turn on. And then we're going to need power, obviously, in order to power it. So let's give it a little bit of power. It looks like we're filling up here. There we go. Perfect. And let's just go ahead and flip that lever here. Is stuff happening? What does this say? Progress cannot destroy our fake players allowed. I don't know. Are fake players allowed? If the operation is not possible, wait on current position. I'm going to tell it not to wait. Is this not able to mine the soul lava? Oh, interesting. Okay, well, it looks like I might have to grab all of this by hand then. I was not expecting that. Moving blocks makes no sound. Entities are not moved. Do a single run and stop. No highlighting. If we turn that off, does that do anything for us? Probably not, huh? Okay, that's unfortunate. I did take a bucket of this stuff before just to kind of see how it worked. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to bucket this out and then put it all in here manually. I'm not really sure why this isn't allowed to work, but apparently it is not. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it manually. So I was gonna use my bucket and bucket into this every single time. You can see we did 5 buckets already, and then I remembered mechanism. These tanks can be used as a bucket. The default is pressing N while holding the bucket mode on. So all I gotta do is just right click on these source blocks and they just go into the tank, right? This is so much better than trying to do this one bucket at a time and just wasting all sorts of time turning your character around and all this stuff. Oh my goodness, this stuff is gonna be a lot of fun to get a whole bunch of. How much do we have right now? Let's take a look. We are up to 49 buckets of it. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know how much damage this stuff does if it burns you. I don't really want to find out, so I'm gonna try and play it a little safe here, try not to get burned by it, and just keep filling this up until we get ourselves our 4 buckets worth of it. Well, I ended up collecting, what do we got here? 462 buckets of the soul lava. I was gonna keep going till I had the full 1,000, but I was gonna do that if the pump worked. Unfortunately, the pump did not work, so yeah, after about 462 buckets, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty good. I think we're fine for now. I honestly don't even know how much of this stuff we are going to need, but we'll just keep that in our system here for the future until we know for sure. Let's get back to our quests here, so we can go ahead and claim all of these rewards. We're getting lots of stuff: XP, raw all the modium ore, a lot of good stuff here. I like it. We'll put all of these things away. Very good. And then our stars, looks like they are completed now. So there we go. Quest completed for getting those done. So let's come into here, and that's going to give us a star block 2x. That is 9 of these. So we just got a whole lot of nether stars for doing that, which is really awesome. That's 64. Oh my goodness, look at all these stars they just gave us. How much is that even? So we had 8 in our system. Let's put all these away, minus those 8. So 729 nether stars for completing this task. All right, that's not bad. We'll just go ahead and unblockify all these because we don't need them blockified. Let's go ahead and do all of these. There we go. So we currently have nearly 2,000 nether stars, which is pretty good. We can craft them up if we need to save space or whatever. But yeah, more importantly, that will help us keeping our lava full, or I'm sorry, our mana full over here with our wither aconite flower. So yeah, that's really awesome. Guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap the episode up here for today. We got a lot of things going on. We got that soul lava happening. We are basically done with the Tinker's Construct section, except for making these, right? So now we're on this quest. We know about these things, and I might go ahead and just make these off camera just so we can get the green and say that the Tinker's Construct section is complete. I think those are the only quests that remain in that section as far as I can tell. But yeah, anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.